Welcome in, Dr. Footballhead here. Today we're going to be breaking down the film of another instance of Tom Brady getting extremely lucky in a playoff game and winning, not because of anything he did, but because of the circumstances around him in catching every lucky break. Today's game, the Myles Jack was not down game. At the point in which this play happens, Jacksonville is up 20 to 10 on New England. The mighty Tom Brady so far has failed to outduel Blake Bortles and only scored 10 points late into now we're in the fourth quarter. So let's go ahead and play the Myles Jack play. Here we go. Tom Brady, Myles Jack comes flying in. Oh yeah, and by the way, Tom Brady, greatest athlete of all time. They're taking the ball out of his hands in the fourth quarter down 10 in a playoff game to run gadget plays. I'm going to get to another play later on where there's another gadget play involved. But I don't know how many times Peyton Manning was too thrilled about calling a gadget play that he wasn't involved in. Anyway, here comes Myles Jack. All right, fumbles. Ball is out. Ball is suddenly in Myles Jack's belly. He gains control of it, gets up inbounds, and I'm pretty sure he's about to outrun this. Tom Brady activates the horseshoe in his butt, and the refs blow this play dead. Now, fortunately, they do call it a fumble, right? At least we're not getting that screwed here. All right, so here's the play. Ball's loose. Deion Lewis going down. Myles Jack does not have possession of this ball yet, I would say. Oh, okay. Now, at this point, you might think, well, Myles Jack has possession. He's probably touching Deion Lewis somewhere. Okay, Deion Lewis no longer has possession of this ball. I don't think you could say Myles Jack has possession of this ball right now. The ball, here's his arm, here's his other arm, here's a ball. Under no circumstances is this possession. All right, now his arm comes over. Okay, once he has his hand on his ball here, he has possession. From this angle, it kind of looks like his feet might touch him, but we'll see in other angles. Okay, I mean, as you see this thing progress. But either way, okay, there you can see Deion Lewis's arm, and you might think, oh, maybe that touched him, but from other angles, keep in mind, folks, I get that Tom Brady had to make some drives to win this game down the stretch, which we'll get to. But for right now, I just want to show you how not down Myles Jack was. All right, ball's out. They're touching here. All right, at this point, they're no longer touching. Here's Jack's hand, maybe right up against Deion Lewis's hand. Both of Myles Jack's arms here. Where's the ball? How could Myles Jack possibly possess this ball yet? Okay, now they're not touching. He's got possession of the ball. You could hear Tony Romo right now going, don't touch him! It's very annoying. They are not touching. He still doesn't have possession of the ball. Hand comes over. Look how not touching they are. There's his hand. Nothing is touching Myles Jack here. But let's get to some things that actually happened in this game as to why I think Tom Brady's a very mid quarterback that got to play a long time with a bunch of circumstances that worked out in his favor, and that's why he has 7 rings, and not anything to do with him actually being the greatest quarterback of all time. Final score ends up being 24 to 20. So New England comes back. Tom Brady throws 2 touchdowns down the stretch, and his defense holds the Jags to no longer scoring a point in this game. Now, was that because Tom Brady is the GOAT? Or is it maybe it has something to do with this? Doug Marrone versus Bill Belichick. Maybe it has something to do with that. Maybe it has something to do with the offensive line, letting Tom Brady stand still and throw to guys breaking wide open across the field. Amendola played out of his mind this game. Now let's break down a little bit of the matchup here. You had Blake Bortles, who I think some people don't think is a very good quarterback. He threw for more yards than Tom Brady, which you're saying, oh, Blake Bortles, he's a merchant of garbage time. Well, it was 20 to 10 into the fourth quarter. Tom Brady was throwing the rest of this game and still didn't throw for more yards than Blake Bortles. And if you want to get into weapons here, Tom Brady's throwing to Gronk, Brandon Cooks, Philip Dorsett, Danny Amendola, all solid wide receivers. Gronk, a first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt. Blake Bortles, do you know who his top 2 receivers are this game? Dede Westbrook and Marquise Lee. All right, and he threw for more yards than Tom Brady. Also, this is a fun little fact. Career 30 TD seasons without Hall of Fame tight end Gronk or Hall of Fame wide receiver Randy Moss. Blake Bortles has one. He threw 30 TDs in a season. Tom Brady's never done it. Tom Brady has never thrown 30 TDs without having a Hall of Fame pass catcher. But people will cry all the time about Tom Brady never having weapons, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, thank you, Barry. Also, another little fun fact about playoff stats. According to StatMuse, Tom Brady's career playoff quarterback rating, 89.8. Blake Bortles, 91. Blake Bortles has a better career playoff quarterback rating than Tom Brady, the greatest athlete of all time, apparently. All right. Sorry, that's just a little rant I had to go on. Now, we're going to get into one more play that I've got for you guys that I want to break down because it's hilarious. And let's talk about how Brady got to the point where he made this comeback. Because surely Brady was dominant and just ripped up and down the field. Now, I did have one nice 8-play drive where he ripped up and down the field, right? He gets him a touchdown. Once again, the Jaguars are in prevent the whole time. The Patriots are able to complete like third and longs because there's just guys wide open in the middle of the field. They're letting him have that stuff. And so Tom Brady gets that garbage time touchdown. Now, this final drive, this clutch drive, where Tom Brady must march all the way down the field. Oh, wait. Brad Nortman punts 41 yards, returned Amendola 20 yards. The Patriots got the ball at the Jaguars 30. They had to go 30 yards. And here you see, Tom Brady, pass complete short left to James White. Okay, so he fires one down the field for 15 yards to James White. Upon further inspection, it was a it was a screen pass. So after a screen pass to James White, who runs for probably 17 yards because it was 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, Tom Brady has to drive 15 yards. He gets like a crosser to Amendola, and they're right there. They sneak it on for a first down for 2 yards, and then he finds Danny Amendola in the back of the end zone to win the game. Danny Amendola was making insane catches. Now, the play that I want to get to, and something I want to talk about, because people, oh, Tom Brady, he was so clutch. Oh, he's got such great pocket presence. He stands still in the pocket, and his offensive line is just dominant, and no one comes near him. It's not about his pocket presence. He just gets to stand there. So here's the play in question, and I'm gonna turn the sound down for this one. So it's a flea flicker. Hopefully this doesn't get flagged, but we'll see. That's a little loud.
Back to Brady it comes. Just standing there like a statue.
Did anyone pick up on that?
There like a statue as he unloads it. Just standing there like a statue as he unloads.
There are countless examples of this in every single game that Tom Brady's ever played. If you're a fan of any other team, or especially a bad team, you've certainly seen your quarterback take the snap, and we're not talking about pocket presence here, and you've just seen the guard in the center get blown off, and your quarterback, before he could hand the ball off, turn around, he gets tackled by an interior lineman. Like, that's never in Tom Brady's entire career ever happened. He gets to just standing there like a statue and let Philip Dorsett go up and get it on Myles Jack, who has no idea what's going on. That's how Tom Brady got back in this game. Just standing there like a statue. God damn it, it pisses me off. All right, so a few more things I wanted to get into about this AFC Championship run, and eventually they do go on to lose to the Nick Foles-led Eagles in that Super Bowl. Hall of Famer Nick Foles. Just another thing, other quarterbacks that he went up against in this playoff run. It was Ryan Tannehill in the first round, Hall of Famer. Blake Bortles, Hall of Famer. Nick Foles, Hall of Famer. And the only other quarterback on the other side that might have been involved was Case Keenum, noted Hall of Famer. That's who Tom Brady outdueled to win. To lose the Super Bowl. Also, a lot of people like to talk about his greatness and not bring in the context of how crappy the division he played in his whole career. And then as soon as that division got any good with Josh Allen, he skipped town for the next crappiest NFC South division. And he just skipped town. Here's the quarterbacks in that division. The Jets were Josh McCown and I guess Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think he might have got hurt. The Bills were Tyrod Taylor, and the Dolphins were Ryan Tannehill and Jay Cutler. That That was his competition. And historically, that division had never had a quarterback. They've always absolutely been dog shit. But Tom Brady's the GOAT, and there's no context involved, and he has 7 rings, so he must be the GOAT. There must be something going. He must be able to convince the other teams not to have good quarterbacks, to miss field goals, to kick punts out of bounds. It's insane. This is a fun little stat that I just saw from that year anyway. Brady as a backup when he came in 2001, 5-2. Keenum as a backup, 5-2. Better completion percentage, better yards per game, same TD interception splits. So yeah, Case Keenum. I think this is actually a pretty fair comp. I'd say Case Keenum is a short Tom Brady. Like if Case Keenum was 6'4", uh, and had all the same exact lucky breaks that Tom Brady had, I think they have the same career. Like talent-wise, they're the same guy. So that's where we're at. Myles Jack was not down. Jags got absolutely screwed. So yeah, this one's for you, Duval. It hurt everyone in the National Football League landscape. All right, on to the next one. Peace.